Siate i benvenuti. Welcome, my friends, to Starsector. There will be pirates around here. We want to take them on separately. They are too close to each other. Let's see what happens if we fly closer. How do I separate you? So the AI is smart. They will try to stay close, and they will so they are judging their fleet strength and comparing it to mine. Right now they are undecided. They are maintaining contact with my fleet because they are not sure if they can win. If I had a much smaller fleet, they will be much more aggressive. They would be much more aggressive. If I had a very big fleet, they would be running for their lives. So let's see. Okay. It saw me getting closer and engaged the emergency burn to get away quickly. Okay, let's see if I can separate them. Come on, don't get back there. I think this is far enough. Yes, I am engaging only half of their fleet. The pirate fleet assumes a neutral posture. It's aware of your identity due to your fleet's transponder being turned on. Let's move in to engage. I don't need to transfer command because I'm already on board of the destroyer. In the opposing fleet, we have a cruiser, but it's not one of the most dangerous ones, I would say. This is a rocket cruiser. Then we have another hammerhead, but it has the close support loadout, so it's not as dangerous as our hammerhead. However, this will be probably the primary target. These are drones, mining pod auxiliary. These are drones that come out of this Venture class cruiser. And then there's a small hound. Let's continue. I think I probably want to deploy everything in this one because there's a cruiser and this will be much speedier because the cruiser has the higher amount of armor. Now I can give some commands. I want a kite to support me. I want the drone tender, the Shepherd class drone tender, to support the carrier, and I want the two wolves to search and destroy while I do the same. My weapon groups are alright. When flying a destroyer, I usually prefer to stay on the outside of the main conflict and peek out so that I can peek out my preferred targets. Let's see if we can quickly dispatch the enemy hammerhead. Torpedo fired, and it's nearly gone. Okay, but it overloaded and it's gone. Let's assess the battlefield. Now it's only the cruiser, really. We could now give orders, for example, to the cruiser. We could say launch a fighter strike on the cruiser. And we could set one of the smaller ships, like this Wolf, on the Hound. Let's see if we can get behind the cruiser and activate the accelerated ammo feeder as soon as we are in position. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Torpedo out. And only the Hound remains. But it didn't last long. At any point, when the victory is yours, you can hit ask and then claim victory. Any remaining ships retreat unhindered? What remaining ship? Yeah, there was no remaining ship. A ship was disabled. Consider ship recovery. I do not need a damaged Hound. So let's just pick through the wreckage. Can we take everything? Yes, we can. We gained 13,000 experience and we reach level 4. We have 2 character points to spend. This fleet is destroyed. We can now freely go after the other one, which will try to escape. Are we running low on supplies? Not really, I have 61. Anyway, if it runs out of supplies, all the repairs will stop and ships will start to lose combat readiness over time. After more than a couple of days without supplies, the fleet begins to run the risk of accidents that range from minor, such as the loss of some cargo, to critical, such as losing a ship. It's recommended that you acquire more supplies as quickly as possible. A last resort way to get more supplies is to scuttle one of your ships. The command to do so is available on the fleet screen. But we don't need that, right? We just lost a little bit of combat readiness and we sustained no damage to armor or hull. And yeah, we will just consume a little bit of the supplies, but we have plenty. And I got distracted and missed the chance to intercept. Wait, I did intercept the remaining mining forces. Can I do this solo? Probably. Move in and engage. What if I only deploy the destroyer and the kite? Which is something that you normally do because, as you can see, deploying the carrier costs us another 10 CR, which means 10 supplies to recover all that CR, right? So let's try it like this, with the kite following us. And let's try and be smart. But as you saw, at this point, this kind of loadout for the hammerhead is, let's say, borderline overpowered. We will only have a little bit of difficulties with really small ships, which can maneuver around the projectiles, basically. Let's try not to get, like, stuck in the middle. Accelerated ammo feeder. Yeah. It really cuts through the armor. Right, and only one ship left. Let's try to maneuver behind the shields. Oops, I overshot the torpedo, but the other one found its target. And the assault chain guns do the rest. Peek through the wreckage. Take everything. Alright. With the opposing forces dispatched, whatever combat readiness below 40%, this is the same thing we already read. Now we can approach the inner system jump point and stabilize it. Your fleet approaches the jump point. This jump point is unstable and cannot be used. Stabilize the jump point. You load the stabilization algorithm into your jump program, and the drive field goes through a series of esoteric fluctuations, their resonance gradually cancelling out the instability in this jump point. The jump point should be stable enough to use within a day or so. Leave. I believe the mission to be complete, so we can now return to Ansera station. Let's not forget our AI core in there. Open the com directory and let's speak to Commander Cascade. Well done. Station Commander Beach seems a bit giddy with excitement. We actually did it. You just never know with these things. It's such a relief not to be cooped up in this system anymore. Here's your reward, well earned and with my gratitude. In addition, I've set you up with a monthly stipend from the Galatian Academy in recognition of services rendered. It should run for 3 full cycles. So, for the next 3 in-game years, we are guaranteed to never totally run out of money, because every month we will receive some. And we gain 10,000 credits right away. And our relationship with the Hegemony is now 18. Now, I expect the authorities at the headquarters on Jangala in the Corvus system would like to hear about the recent events. Would you deliver a report for me? Ask to speak with Station Commander Elysium when you get there. Oh, and make sure to take enough fuel to make the trip. Flying in system, as you have been, doesn't use fuel, so it's easy to forget that flying in hyperspace does. It's not too far, but with your current fleet, you'll need at least 50 units to get there. If you do manage to run out of fuel somehow and get stuck in an inhabited system, and that'd be a real feat on a Galatia Corvus route, let me tell you, you can always issue a distress call and wait for help to arrive. So we now have the distress call ability, which is something you should try to never use, because when you use it, you never know who will come. It is basically a broadcast advertisement. I am here and I am a sitting duck. Come and take me. I'm also declaring a bounty on the remaining rogue miner fleets here. If you like, you can stick around here and help mop up before going to Corvus. Okay, I'll consider my options. We cut the comm link. Let's see. We should now be able to go back up and get our cargo and give it to the station commander now that the quest